I'd like to mention that we've been going for about 10 minutes now, and Steve still hasn't gotten an intro.
4 minutes, 30 seconds. Got time.
14 minutes and 23 seconds.
Nah.
I really don't see why you're not just like, this is Brad, this is Steve, this is NUReviews, talking about Nintendo things.
With special guest Steve Martin, yay!
Can we just use that?
Yes.
Fine.
Alright, there we go. This is NUReviews. I'm Steve. Brad's Brad. And we're going to be talking about today's Nintendo Direct, January 14th, 2015. A lot of stuff happened, and we're going to dissect that stuff and make it into more clear stuff. Because that's what we do in these things, right?
I mean, dissect's a very strong word.
You use stuff a lot in that sentence.
Steve's a very stuffed guy.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying not to make it stuff anymore. We're trying to make it more tangible.
Tangible!
Alright, the first thing is new 3DS. Brad, you handled it.
So, as expected, it really came as no surprise. Nintendo announced their release plans for North America for the new 3DS, the new 3DS. They probably should have came up with a better name for it. And surprisingly, unlike I think the rest of the world, I think Europe gets the original version, but America doesn't get the regular new 3DS. They only get the XL new 3DS. Which isn't, while the regular 3DS is actually slightly bigger than the regular new 3DS, the new 3DS XL, seriously, they really should have thought of a better name for this. The new 3DS XL isn't any bigger than the regular 3DS XL. It just totes the better 3D tracking, the faster processor, and stuff like that. It also doesn't come with, it doesn't allow for custom faceplates, which I know Steve is very upset about because he can't have his waifu on his 3DS.
And my Rush.
I find the XL's too big. XL 3DS's.
Yeah, I was always a fan of the regular 3DS, but I didn't actually give it a chance because I really didn't see the point.
I can't toss a XL in my pocket.
That's fair.
I have girl pockets. I mean, I can't really toss a 3DS in my pocket anyway.
No.
I'm kind of bummed out that it didn't give us that option. I don't know. I mean, the whole market with custom faceplates, upload an image, they'll send it to you in a week or whatever. I think that would have been pretty cool, but maybe at a later date, right?
From what I hear, their reasoning has to do with the sales of the regular 3DS, and the fact that the regular 3DS kind of tapered off in sales once the XL was released, and it turned out that recent sales, the XL is the one that sells the most. So they decided to just bring the XL version of the new 3DS. That's what I'm hearing. I don't think any official statement's been said, though.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense, yeah.
Well, they're losing a lot of kids with the XL, because I know a lot of children can't. It's too big. Even my 13-year-old sister can't use the XL.
And yeah, they're also going to be losing all the soccer moms by just calling it a new 3DS. Every soccer mom's going to be like, why do I have to buy you a new 3DS? You already have a 3DS. And then little Jimmy's going to go cry in his room and come up with a brilliant plan to break his 3DS in hopes that he'll get the new 3DS, but instead he'll just get a replacement regular 3DS.
Oh, he'll get a 2DS.
Oh god, that's worse. You can't even fold it. Why would anyone buy that?
Well, you can fold it, it just won't work anymore.
It's true.
Oh yeah, there's not going to be a charger with it.
Oh yeah, but that was also with the, that's not just America, that's all around the world. They didn't include the charger for whatever reason.
Yeah, but this is the first time that happened with America, though.
Yeah, but I think it's the first time they've done it, period.
I hate when places don't include, any cable that I need. I bought a TV the other day, it comes with an HDMI cable, I almost lost my mind, I was so mad. Luckily I had an HDMI cable in my purse. I don't want to talk about it.
Moving on.
Alright, next up we have Alright, Pokemon Shuffle. It seems, all Bejewelsy, whatever. But it's got the freemium look, which means, you can play a few amount of times. Game's free, and you can play, you get 5 lives. But after you're done, you would have to either use, Street Pass coins, or...
I think it's just real world cash.
Is it just eShop points?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think. I'm not entirely sure, though. I didn't really pay attention during that segment, I'll be honest. Puzzle games, not really my forte.
Didn't Bravely Default do something like that?
Yeah, it's... But I think that was more of a Square Enix decision. But it basically... It wasn't a freemium model, it was... You could buy these points that... when you used up a point, it stopped the battle momentarily, or it stopped all the enemies for a minute, and then you could just do as much damage as you wanted during that minute before the battle continued. And I think those, you got them naturally by having the 3DS in sleep mode for hours upon hours, but you could buy them, and you could buy them as well.
But the game was still completely playable without that, right?
Oh yeah,
it wasn't restricted.
Oh no, the game was completely playable, save for the part where it repeats itself over and over and over again and becomes unplayable due to that fact. But that's personal preference. The purchases themselves didn't affect gameplay at all.
This particular approach, it's not the worst, but it's... I kind of get a slippery slope kind of feel to it. This just, if you want to play more, you pay more, but it's not oh, you gotta level up, but it's even, harder now, so you need to pay coins to get the better stuff or whatever.
I'm really not feeling it. It's partially because it's that kind of puzzle game, and that kind of Bejeweled puzzle game I'm not a big fan of.
Yeah.
But, the freemium model, the that's... I'm okay with that on mobile phones, but for Nintendo to do it on their handhelds or on any system, on an actual system, it just doesn't sit right with me. If you're buying a game on a system, it should come complete. You shouldn't have to pay more to play it just regularly. You shouldn't have to wait to play it. On a phone, that's alright. You really only play phone games when you're on the metro or you're waiting for your turn in D&D, something light and quick. But with a console or a handheld, that really should be a complete thing that you don't have to continuously pay for. It'd be like Pokemon, but you have to pay $5 to catch a Pokemon or wait 5 hours.
They're probably going to test the waters with this. If this is something they could get away with, they'll probably keep on doing it. Because the game itself, it didn't really have too much depth to it. I mean, what? You, basically do a Pokemon battle, except, connecting Pokemon heads. It's almost like a puzzle quest sort of deal.
Yeah, it seems a lot like those, that old N64 Pokemon Puzzle League game.
Yeah.
A lot like that. But I really don't think it'll catch on. The 3DS doesn't seem like the right market for that. But it really just doesn't seem like the right market. I don't think it's gonna take off. Nintendo's gonna see, well, no one's playing this, or if they are playing it, they're definitely not paying us money to play it, so let's just forget it.
Well, we'll see how that goes. So next up we got a trailer for a new Fire Emblem game.
That I'm kind of excited for. I never beat Awakening.
You haven't?
Nope.
Ooh, shame on you.
Because I'm really terrible at it.
What mode are you doing on? Casual and normal, whatever?
Normal. I'm
Oh,
doing
okay.
it. But I'm just I'm not good at it, but it's still really fun. So I'll probably do how I do all my other games. I'll pick it up, I'll play it, but I'll never beat it. But I really liked how it zooms into the battle. It's like you've got the overhead view with all the pieces, and then you move. And when you attack, instead of just going to a battle screen, it actually zooms into the battlefield. And you've got background soldiers if you're on an actual battlefield, and it takes the environment into account. I thought that was a really cool take on it. But was there a samurai class in Awakening and other Fire Emblem
There
game?
was a samurai girl in Awakening, although it wasn't really prevalent. But in this game,
There were a lot of samurais.
there was like a feudal Japan sort of vibe to like some of the, I guess, environments in the game. So that might be like something to be focusing on.
I was like, those samurais are really bitching. I like games where you play samurais.
And then it had like that giant like a golem looking thing with like the coin for a head. And that looked straight out of Dark Souls. Until I saw like the art style of like the other stuff, like, oh, this is another Awakening game or another Fire Emblem game. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I came into the stream with that golem looking me right in the face, and I had no idea. I was like, oh, is this some kind of like RPG adventure game? Oh, now there's samurai attacking Spaniards? What's going on here? But the golem was very interesting. A lot of people apparently thought it would be SMT cross Fire Emblem, because it was weirdly, I mean, it certainly wasn't Fire Emblem. It could be something out of SMT if you squinted really hard and tilted your head 30 degrees and wished for a star.
Well,
When are we going to hear more about that game?
See, that's the
you.
thing with this, because like as soon as like I realized this is a Fire Emblem game, I was just thinking, okay, what's going to happen to the Shin Megami Tensei cross Fire Emblem crossover? So I think that might be just pushed, a back burner for now. I really have no clue what's going on with that. I think.
I don't know. Wasn't that a Wii U game?
It's a Wii U game.
So it's probably still in development. I mean,
but that's been announced like I'm gonna say almost over 2 years now.
Look, after you've waited as long as we've waited for The Last Guardian, then you can talk to me about games being pushed on the back burner.
But this is Nintendo. They don't cancel games. Well, it's part of Nintendo.
Last Guardian isn't canceled. You shut your mouth.
Okay, fanboy. Alright, but I don't know. Maybe we should try reaching out to them, see what they say. We'll reach out to Nintendo. Be like, yo, where's the game at?
Us, the small gaming site with maybe 20 consistent viewers if we're hopeful, is going to reach out to Nintendo.
Yeah, we go customer service.
I don't think customer service is the people to reach out to, Steve. I don't think they'd know.
Steve, this probably explains some of your site problems.
Well, yeah, that's why I have to call customer service to help me out with that. And also with this question.
Oh, Steve.
Hey, honey.
Next up, we have Wii games, and so now they're available for download on the Wii U. You don't have to go into the Wii menu. You can just download it and just play it off the Wii U section of the menu. You don't have to dive into the Wii section. And they got so far Super Mario Galaxy 2. Next week is going to be Punch-Out, and the week after that is the Metroid Trilogy. And for right now, each game's going for $10 for a limited time only, so that's a pretty cool deal.
It's $20 regularly, but for the first week after they're released, it's $10.
That's not bad at all. Like, a lot of people consider Super Mario Galaxy 2 one of the best games of all time, so...
Coming from the guy who hasn't played it because he thought he had to play Super Mario Galaxy 1 first.
Oh, I didn't know. A lot of people said Galaxy 1 was amazing too.
And it was. I mean, it was. And then Galaxy 2 just improved everything.
Okay, and
really all it was is it was a glorified expansion, really. But it added some stuff and it really improved generally everything. If you didn't know who Rosalina was, you could probably benefit from the story of Super Mario Galaxy 1.
you just like watch it on YouTube or something, yeah?
Exactly.
And then Punch-Out is a game I've been wanting to get around to, because the NES one's just really fun to get into, and this one looks like just as hard, so I'll be picking that up for $10. And Metroid Prime Trilogy, I think that one's definitely really cool for Nintendo release, like for $10. Because that game was just like so rare to find, like really hard to find, and like the only way you could do it just through GameStop, like for $45.
Or through eBay for a lot more. Although I did check recently, I did check after the announcement, and all the listings for it were only worth $45-50, which is pretty fair for. I mean, it's still expensive because it's an old game, but it's such a limited run game that it kind of balances out. the fact that it's just regular price. Now, if they do that with Xenoblade Chronicles, I'll be really happy, because I'm still not sold on getting it for the new 3DS. It still looks a lot like butts.
To be honest, on the Wii, it's not that much better. I mean, it only looks like butts because it's like so compressed, but on the Wii, like visually, like it's great, but like, you know, due to like the power of the Wii, it's not to its full potential. Like, if you ever seen it like emulated on Dolphin at 1080p, it's gorgeous, but it's still a great game though. I mean, if you play it on 3DS, I don't think it deprives you too much of.
I mean, I might pick it up I might pick it up eventually, just because I apparently didn't buy Xenoblade Chronicles.
You didn't?
I thought I did, like 2 Black Fridays ago, when they actually had them in stock for a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I got the Prime Trilogy. I could have sworn I bought Xenoblade Chronicles, but it wasn't there. It's not on my shelf. If I did buy it, it's been absorbed into the void. So I guess eventually I may pick it up, but I'm not gonna get it release day. It will not be the first exclusive new 3DS game I pick up. Now, Cooking Mama 86.
86.
Yes.
Oh, and that's gonna be what? There's already Gardening Mama, Baby Mama. Wait, is it called Baby Mama? Oh, Babysitting Mama?
I think it's
I want to call it Baby Mama. It's Baby Mama. Baby Mama. What else feminine can she do?
It's Cooking Mama, Gardening Mama, Babysitting Mama. There might be Legal Aid Mama, Hooker
Chores
Mama,
Maid Mama,
Treasure Tracker Mama,
Nurse Mama,
Bayo Mama,
Cancer
Mama.
Mama.
I hated the mamas when they first started. Now it's getting redundant.
Hairstylist Mama.
What you listed could be real.
Yeah, like Bayo Mama.
You know what, I might actually play that one.
But the real thing about the Wii releases, well, the two real things, is one, because they're releasing these games as downloadable titles for fairly cheap, we're probably not going to get HD remakes of these games. Which I know a lot of people wanted Super Mario Galaxy 2 in full HD, because it would look great. It would look fantastic.
It would look amazing.
And then the other thing is something you brought up earlier, in the fact that we were told that we would get GameCube Virtual Console games before Wii Virtual Console games. We don't have GameCube Virtual Console games. We've got Wind Waker HD. That's
You think they're gonna save like some games for like potential like HD remakes? Like, I could see them doing like a HD pack of Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword in like one bundle. I think they could probably pull that off or something. But,
I don't know. It's like a lot to give people.
That makes sense though.
I mean, HD Twilight Princess, I see that. Downloadable Skyward Sword, I see that. But combining them in an HD pack just seems like a lot to give.
Mm.
Eventually we'll get Sunshine HD. That's got to be a given. But I can't really think of... I mean, F-Zero.
F-Zero, oh my god, it'd be amazing.
But
HD.
I can't really think of any GameCube games that could get a good HD remake and would be good for an HD remake instead of just Virtual Console games. Maybe Double Dash. But we already have Mario Kart, so I don't really see the point in making that in HD.
Yeah. Oh, there's still a good chunk of games that could HD remake, whether it's for the GameCube or Wii.
Oh man, Billy Hatcher HD. Yes.
That'd be up to Sega though.
Fuck, Sega.
But like Luigi's Mansion HD.
You know, I'd buy it. I'd play it.
Okay.
I'd buy it. I'd buy it pretty hard.
Wave Runner, that could be cool. Like Pikmin HD. Don't tell me you want to play that.
Oh, another thing about these Wii games is I don't have the link up, and I don't think I actually clicked it. But the European like market, they got a lot more information about the Wii games that they're gonna bring to the eShop than North America did. Like, for instance, I just pulled it up. They're starting with Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Mm-hmm.
instead of Punch-Out, they get Donkey Kong Country Returns. But they also have Punch-Out planned along with Kirby's Adventure Wii, Pandora's Tower, and Sin and Punishment.
Ooh.
All of those are confirmed to be planned titles coming to the EU eShop. But North America, as far as I know, only has Mario Galaxy, Punch-Out, and Metroid Prime planned.
Well, they've done things like that before, where I guess different markets get different games in different orders or whatever. But I'm kind of glad that Sin and Punishment's like getting at least some attention, at least in Europe, because that game, like, it came out and no one paid attention to it. But it's a really, really cool game. The whole series, like, if you haven't checked it out, you should. It's good. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess we could expect Kirby and Donkey Kong. Those are givens.
Pandora's Tower, though, that seems like a weird one to come to the US. Like, I know it was already, like, it already came to the US as a game, but for them to choose that over a lot of other games seems really interesting and unlikely.
Well, same thing with Sin and Punishment. I mean, like, that game was, like, same span. But
Punishment has had some very little relevance with the assist trophies in Smash. Pandora's Tower hasn't had anything.
I think they should also expect, the last story, is that what it's called? I mean, like, they had those trio of, like, RPGs that, like, took forever to get stateside, but Europe got, like, a year or so ahead or whatever.
Yeah, I think Last Story was one of them.
Yeah.
If that gets in before, let's see, what's a good Wii game that's not, Skyward Sword or Super Mario Galaxy 2?
Brawl?
I don't see Brawl coming on it. I don't think Brawl is gonna make it to the Wii U eShop.
Epic Yarn?
Epic Yarn might. If one of those games make it before Epic Yarn, I'll be truly impressed. Besides Pandora's Tower, which we already may have confirmation on.
Yeah. And then, like, what else is there? Metroid Other M.
I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I liked Metroid Other M well enough. Like, I played it, I enjoyed it. I can understand why a lot of people don't like it, and I can understand why a lot of people think it ruined Metroid, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I might have to give it a try, because I'm working my way through the Prime series, and then I'm going to go back, see if I can get my hands on Metroid Zero Mission, and work my way up, and then once I got, like, a feel for, like, I guess, the whole Metroid series, then give it a try. But,
Probably good.
But, yeah, that one, it gives me the Ghiblies. After that, we got amiibos.
Lots of amiibos.
Lots. Well, 6. No, wait. Guess. Alright, let's go over the Smash Bros. Ones, and then we'll go over the other ones.
Alright, so they announced for the third wave is Lucina, Robin.
Fourth wave.
What?
Fourth wave. Wait, second wave? No, fourth wave. Yeah, fourth wave.
Fourth wave. Was Lucina, Robin, Ness, Charizard, Wario, and Pac-Man. I think that's all the Smash Brothers ones.
Yeah.
And then they also announced a completely different set of amiibos. So first, the Super Mario series, which include Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Yoshi, and Toad. And Toad.
Yeah.
And then those amiibos will specifically work with Mario Party 10. The way they are implemented with Mario Party 10 kind of annoys me, because you get a little mini board themed around the character of the amiibo that you tapped onto the Wii U gamepad, but it plays like a smaller scale version of normal Mario Party and not the stupid car bullshit they've been pushing for 3 games.
Oh shit, you're right. I didn't realize that, because like in Mario Party 9 and 10, you have to get stuck in that stupid ass car and no one moves together. But
this is the dumbest thing they've ever done, and they just keep going with it. I don't understand. Just give me that classic Mario Party.
On a 3DS, they changed it up a bit, but everyone was able to move independently, so that was okay. It was mostly still like race to the finish, but it felt almost like a return to form. But then they just regressed again, back to 9, and
big. But yeah, so you tap an amiibo onto the Wii gamepad, and you get a small little board themed around that character that you can play a small scale version of Mario Party. I don't think there's going to be any mini games in that version. And you can use either the Super Mario amiibos, which will work specifically with that, or you can also use the Smash Brothers amiibo. However, if you use the Smash Brothers amiibos, you have to delete the Smash Brothers data on that amiibo. You can't have your level 50 Mario amiibo themed with the America skin, nicknamed Hamburger, and still play the Mario board with the same amiibo, which kind of sucks. But they have stated before. They stated way back when that amiibos can only hold one game data at a time, so it's not really surprising in that sense. But maybe I don't know if this is true, but if the Wii, if Smash Brothers had a way to restore save your amiibo data on the system and restore it to the amiibo, it would be alright, because then you could just erase the data and then go back and bring your amiibo back in for when you want to have some fun fighting impossibly hard NPCs.
They might have something like that, because like a week ago I had a friend over and we were playing with amiibos, and after we were done playing our matches, you know how after every match you're supposed to rescan your amiibo so to get the upgrades and stats and stuff?
Yeah.
My friend held it for like 1 second, but the transfer wasn't complete. So I took it off and then said, "Oh, amiibo corrupted. Would you like to reload the data?" So that's what it did. But I think that was only in the instance, because like it was still at the end of the match. It wasn't like completely backed out of that particular screen. So
yeah.
But I'm wondering for the Mario Party 10 stuff, like would you be able just to scan the amiibo but not use it to like hold items, or just play the board?
No, I think once you scan the amiibo, if it's got Smash Brothers data, it's going to be like, hey, you have to delete this data. Do you want to delete this data? That seems logical. That seems like the logical way that they'll do it. While we're on the topic of Smash Brothers and amiibos, I like that they're patching in the amiibo support to the 3DS version of Smash Bros. So that when the new 3DS is out, you can just pop your amiibos on the new 3DS and play with your amiibos on the go. I really like that.
They haven't given any information for like a portal or something for, I guess, the regular 3DS, like how to get those amiibos in, because they mentioned that back at E3, but
yeah,
we got no info on that.
I wonder when they've got to announce the date. They've got to announce it either closer to the new 3DS launch or like slightly after it. It wouldn't make that. I mean, it's Nintendo, so it makes a lot of sense if they don't do it, because it wouldn't make sense. But it wouldn't make sense for them to have this functionality available to normal players, but at the same time not available because they don't have the right hardware for it. So I think we can expect to see something about a portal soon-ish.
And speaking of Smash Bros., since they're going to be doing an update for the amiibos, you think also on that same date they would also update it so online would finally have that Miiverse mode and like tournament mode that was dated, I guess, a Smash Bros. Direct or whatever?
I don't know. They probably would have mentioned it. I feel like they would have mentioned it if they're going to do it. So you may have to wait a little bit longer for that.
We're still got another month for that, so yeah. And okay, so we have a bunch of other like smaller stuff to talk about if you want to gloss over quickly.
Alright, well, in line with Amiibo functionality, they also showed off the functionality for Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Project Steam, and Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. In Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, you can only use the Kirby, Meta Knight, or the DDD Amiibo figures, and each one has a little effect. The DDD one gives you his hat and gives you 2 extra health pips. The Meta Knight one gives you his mask and you have a faster dash, and the Kirby one gives you infinite like special attacks to use at any time. Project Steam only works with the Marth, Ike, and Lucina Amiibo figures, and Robin, you actually get and Robin, and you actually get those characters in the game to be a part of your party, which I really like. I think that's pretty cool and gives me reason to actually buy the game. Well, buy it sooner than I would. I'm probably still going to end up buying it because I loved I love that kind of gameplay. And then Captain Toad, surprisingly enough, works with the Toad amiibo figure.
What?
Yeah! And all they really said it did is it put a little pixelated Toad in a level, and you had to go find it. I don't know if you have to like they didn't mention if it's just you scan it once and it's in all the levels. They didn't say anything about what happens when you collect them all, or if you even collect one. They didn't really give a lot of details as to what actually happens with it. But if it's another thing to collect in every level, that adds a lot of gameplay, because from what I hear, there's a lot of shit to collect in that game. Like a lot.
In Mario 3D World, they had like the hidden Luigi's, and I don't know if like
that wasn't something you collected. That was something you just saw and was like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if like it's gonna be just like that in Captain Toad or not.
No, they specifically said you collected it.
Okay.
Or you had to like go find it. I don't know. We'll find out shortly enough, I assume. There were some trailers for some other games, such as Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Woo-woo!
And, it looks pretty good still. Probably still not gonna get it.
What?
I don't know. I'm still kind of like middle of the road with it. As I told you, my one key need for it is I need seamless transition between walking around on my feet and flying around in the mech. I need seamless transition of that. If I get that, I'll be more than happy with the game.
I think you're able to walk and fly with the mech, but you're not in the mech at all times. I'm not sure if you get to summon it or something. I think I saw something in the first trailers for it. Not like the teaser ones, but like the first trailers with like mechs and whatever. But this trailer that they showed today, they showed off like the massive world you get to explore in this game. It's about 5 times larger than the world in Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, and that already was larger than Skyrim, so you could use that as like a frame of reference. So.
But see, that just doesn't that makes me not really like the game all that much, because I don't do well with games with worlds that big. I didn't even do well with Skyrim, and you're telling me the world's gonna be 5 times bigger than that? That's just a lot.
It's not as like, I mean, the world's big, but in Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, you're given the option to explore, or you could just do, the main quest line, just continue. But you don't exactly have to explore if you want a more linear approach or something like that. And you don't even have to play the first one, because I think aside from like one particular character, the 2 worlds are like completely different. Like they're not really at all like. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 took place on like this really weird planet thing, while this one takes place on like Earth. So.
Another really weird planet thing.
I forgot the name of it. It's weird. Like you fight on this like weird giant monster thing, but then like it froze in time, and it was fighting a giant robot thing, and that one was called crap, I don't remember. But yeah, it's a really weird world.
I mean, I'm not even worried about any story or characters or anything like that. It's the world. As I said, I don't really do well with big open worlds like that. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up. I may pick it up at a cheaper price, but I'm probably definitely not gonna pick it up right off the bat. Let's see, what else? There was the puzzle games from before, info about Mario vs. Donkey Kong Tipping Stars, which is going to be the first cross-buy title for Nintendo, which is always really interesting, that they're hopping on the cross-buy train. Some Splatoon gameplay, info about a new Hyrule Warriors DLC, which lets you play as Tingle, and I am so excited for that. So excited. And you play as Tingle, and you play as young Link from Majora's Mask, who comes with the Fierce Deity mask, and I think that's really cool. There's also 3 other skins. One of them is themed around the Skull Kid. You can just tell by the silhouette.
Yeah.
And then you got a Sheik color variant, and you've got an Impa costume, which will probably be an Impa color variant. I'm really interested who gets the Skull Kid costume, though. I think it might be Lana. I'm not quite sure, though.
That can make sense.
Oh, there was the Project Treasure, I guess, trailer.
Yeah.
Not a lot of information on that. It's by Namco Bandai, I think, and I think it has something to do with Soul Calibur. But
I don't see that.
I don't know. The art kind of seems the little glimpses of art we got seemed pretty Soul Calibur to me.
I thought they looked more Tekken-ish, but that's because the guy heading it, Harada, he's the Tekken guy. He's also the Pokken tournament guy as well. But since we got almost no info to go on, we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I say that a lot, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
And then, I guess the last big thing is there's more information on Monster Hunter 4, like weapon types. There's going to be a demo for it that has online multiplayer, and it features all the weapon types, so users can play that and, I guess, predetermine what weapon they want to use.
You know, they sent out emails, like with Smash Bros, so you might have got, like, a code for that.
I don't think I did, but, I'll check. I'm not against checking. But, yeah, that's just about it for the Nintendo Direct. It was overall, there really wasn't a lot to it. There was pretty much information that we knew about, which is the new 3DS.
Yeah.
There was the Fire Emblem, that was brand new. That was brand spanking new. There's the Amiibo information, which is brand spanking new.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a look at just a lot of underwhelming stuff. I really feel like it was probably the weakest Nintendo Direct we've had in a while, in terms of hype train.
It was really just, they said in the description that it's just really an update for games coming up this spring. So that's why we got nothing like Yarn Yoshi or, I don't know, other games that are being out. That's my mind.
Zelda.
Star Fox.
Star Fox.
Well, I guess Star Fox is going to be the summer game then, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's the game. They said it was coming out between Majora's Mask and Zelda U. So we'll probably learn more about it, I guess, at E3, unless we get another Direct sometime between March and May. But if we don't get one then we'll definitely get it in. We'll definitely hear more at E3.
Yeah, I'm still hoping for the Star Fox versus Star Wolf online mode. So sick, man. Dog fights in space.
All right, yeah.
That's the only thing that would make me consider the game. Otherwise, I don't care for it. If it has good online, I'm down.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see. To quote you.
That's copyrighted, son. Alright, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Alright, so thank you for listening. This is Steve.
You're welcome. It's really been an honor.
And that's still Brad. And I didn't introduce her, but Tori was here as well. Is she still here?
Tori, say hi.
Hi.
Okay, now say bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.